Live from the KHOU11 studios, it's Great Day Houston.
Imagine being so tired that all you want for your birthday is a night alone in a hotel to sleep. That's what life was like for my next guest until she went to Hotze Health and Wellness Center. Please welcome back Dr. Stephen Hotze along with his patient Lisa.
Thank you.
So many of us can relate to what you just said. Just give me a night to sleep. In fact, during the commercial break, we were talking about being so tired when you drove home that you were glad that those little bumps that they have on the side of the road that kind of tell you you're veering out of your lane. You were thankful for those.
I was. They probably saved my life a few times.
Yeah.
I would get so tired that when I was driving to work in the morning especially, and then driving home in the evening, I would hit the bumps and kind of jerk myself away.
Yeah. What other symptoms were you having?
I had a lot of problems with my stomach. I had chronic sinus infections. I felt confused. I had an inability to kind of cope with any level of stress and sort of this brain fog where I would just kind of walk around where everything almost visually wasn't even clear to me.
Yeah. And Dr. Hotze, that happened after she had her second child, and a lot of times doctors will say...
it really started back in 2000, 2001. She was diagnosed hypothyroid by blood test. And of course, her physician put her on synthetic thyroid. And I've said all along, the reason I don't use synthetic thyroid, or the reason I use natural thyroid, desiccated thyroid, is because natural thyroid works. And I've found in my experience, people like Lisa come in, they're on the synthetic thyroid, and they've got all these symptoms. And so she was on that for 4 years, and you talked to your doctor. What did he tell, or she tell you?
So I returned to the doctor several times after I was diagnosed with the hypothyroidism, and they told me they would take blood and then just tell me that my blood work was normal and that nothing was wrong.
When you say normal, you should feel normal.
But I never felt normal, right?
Yeah.
I never felt any difference after taking
that. And that happens all the times, Dr. Hotze. They'll say, well, it's normal, so what's wrong with you?
I wonder what they recommended that she should go on when her blood test was normal. What did they recommend?
So after the birth of my second son, when things really took a downward spiral, the doctor recommended an antidepressant.
Surprise!
Cheer up, lady. Yeah, because this says you're normal, so we're going to make you normal with an antidepressant.
But I knew that I wasn't depressed. I knew that I was sick, and I even told the doctor that. I said, I don't feel depressed. I'm sick. You know, it's not that. And so I refused the antidepressant.
And one of the things that hypothyroidism does do, Dr. Hotze, is it can make you depressed. It can, you're fatigued. Sure. You're fatigued, you're confused, all kinds of things.
The long and the short is, thyroid hormones enable your cells to produce and use energy. If you don't get enough thyroid hormone in your cells, guess what? You're going to run sluggish. You're not going to think as well. Your heart's not going to beat as well. You're not going to be able to lose weight.
Your immune system is impacted.
And so you get recurrent and chronic infections. Then you get on antibiotics. You get yeast problems. You get yeast, and you got stomach problems. And the next thing you know, you're on a host of medications.
It's a vicious cycle.
It's a terrible cycle. And it's all could have been easily, and it was easily corrected.
Eventually.
Yeah, eventually. But
she came in, and so what we had to do is we said, let's get off the synthetic thyroid and let's put you on desiccated natural thyroid. At that time it was armor thyroid, which is, and there's nature thyroid and there are other natural.
Yeah, but the body knows what that is.
And it works. Well, the synthetic thyroid isn't even the active thyroid hormone. It's T4. So the armor thyroid or desiccated thyroid has the active thyroid hormone. Besides that, we also put her on some bioidentical hormones, a little progesterone like I talked about earlier in the program, and that enabled her cells to better utilize thyroid. So that's been, you came in 2005, so it's been 8 years.
It's been 8 years.
Yeah. And what kind of difference did it make?
All the difference. I feel great. I'm functioning like a normal person now, and I'm healthy and happy and have the energy that I need to keep up with all the demands that
Now imagine this. This started when she was in her 20s. Imagine if, and this is what happens to literally millions of women. They get put on the synthetic thyroid or no thyroid at all, and the doctor says everything's normal, and they put them on antidepressants, which just takes away their emotions, and they get flat affect, and then they get all kinds of
You really miss out on a big part of life. Like you talked about falling asleep while your child was in the high chair eating. You know, you kind of miss out. All right, we mentioned that there are a couple times that this can happen in life. One, obviously, is after women have children.
Absolutely.
And the other is just simple aging.
Right, and it usually occurs in midlife when a woman hits Well, midlife, everybody thinks about 5 years older than we are.
Yeah, right.
But midlife, you'd say in your 30s. When a woman's in her 30s, that's when she starts noticing the imbalance in the hormones. She starts getting the premenstrual syndrome with the breast tenderness, mood swings, fluid retention, weight gain, headaches, and all those sort of things. Loss of romantic moods and inclinations, weight gain, fatigue, and it can be easily corrected with some natural progesterone and when indicated, with some natural thyroid. That's why I have written this book.
I was just getting ready to say is that people ask about this so much because it is them. So your hypothyroidism health and happiness.
And this is the first time it's here. This is the first time it's been shown on TV, and we'll have a big book launch party in a week, and I'm going to be off touring the country telling people about the dangers of unrecognized, undiagnosed, and misdiagnosed hypothyroidism. And I say on the edge here, what does that say right here?
It says, now I need my glasses. Okay, your doctor doesn't want you to read this book. Well, and again, the point goes back to you can treat symptoms all day long, but if you don't treat the underlying cause, and then in this case, the underlying cause seems to be very simple. And it's the symptoms that tell you what the problem is, not somebody's test that they may have given you. All right, Dr. Hotze has written this new book that is coming out today, first here on Great Day, and everyone in our audience is getting a free copy. You can visit Amazon.com to get your copy. Dr. Hotze is also hosting a webinar today at noon. It's free, but you must register. To do so, visit HotzeHWC.com. Or for more information on Hotze Health and Wellness Center, you can call this number, 281-698-8698, 281-698-8698. And the book just kind of spells it out for you so you can understand all this business about hormones. Something very simple, but yet it's become so complicated. All right, congratulations. I know exactly how you feel. We wouldn't be back if not for just simple thyroid. Thank you, Dr. Hotze.
You're welcome.
A medical breakthrough that is saving many